If you keep attracting low budget clients, I guarantee you think it's because of the market, the economy, or brands just don't have big budgets anymore. And I'm here to tell you that's not it. It's actually your beliefs around money and your relationship with money. And when you learn how to price your work as a product photographer, this is the part of the conversation that often gets missed, but it's actually the most important part to address when it comes to pricing your work. So here is how your money mindset is screwing you over. Your energy around money is loud. You may not even realize it, but clients can feel it. And if you don't believe in your own pricing, why the hell would they? So let me show you exactly how this plays out. You send a quote and immediately follow up with, but I can be flexible, before the client even responds. So translation, I don't believe in my own prices, so you probably won't either. A brand says that's out of budget, and instead of you standing firm, you panic and you offer a discount on the spot. So translation, I'm not actually confident in what I'm charging. You price based on what you think you'd personally pay, not what the brand can actually afford. So translation, you're assuming their financial situation instead of letting them decide. You don't charge licensing fees because you feel weird asking for more money. Translation, you're giving away your work for free because you're scared to have a business level conversation with your client. And lastly, you drastically lower your rates for a cool opportunity. And don't worry, we've all been there. And translation, you don't believe your work is valuable enough to demand a decent amount of money. This is how you attract low budget clients, not because the market is bad, not because brands don't have the money, but because you keep showing up like a discount photographer and people are treating you exactly how you present yourself. And this is what I mean when I say that this is the missing part to learning how to be convicted in your pricing. You could have the formula on how to calculate a project, but your inner thoughts around your own insecurities are going to leak into your quote. Because the clients that you attract are a mirror of you. They're a mirror of your energy, your confidence, and your beliefs around money. And if you're stuck at low rates, I can almost guarantee you've got one or more of these following limiting beliefs running the show. So you might think, I'm new, so I can't charge high rates yet. Says who? There are new photographers charging thousands because they position themselves as premium from day one. And this is true for some of my students who are inside Become a Brand Photographer. They're not even playing in the realm of $200 projects when they're starting out, because when they're ready to start charging, they've already decided their worth is so much more than that, given how fast their skills have grown because of joining the course. You might think that brands don't have big budgets anymore. False. The brands you're marketing to might not have big budgets, but others absolutely do. The money is there. You're just not in the right rooms yet. You might think if I raise my prices, I'll lose clients. You will lose the ones who can't afford you, which is exactly the point. And premium clients will actually take you more seriously. Remember this, being cheap is not a competitive advantage. You might think I'm not good enough to charge more. Who decides that? You decide that. Your imposter syndrome decides that, because I promise you there are photographers charging 5 times more, but with less talent than you, but they just have way more confidence. You might think that if you increase your rates, clients will think you're greedy. They'll think that you know your worth. Cheap clients will complain, but serious brands understand that quality costs money. So the problem is actually not your pricing. It's the way that you think about your pricing. And if deep down you believe that no one will pay premium rates, you will naturally attract clients who lowball, haggle, and hit you with, we don't have the budget line. But if you believe premium brands exist and they're out there and they're looking for the right photographer, you will start attracting them. You will start positioning yourself differently. You will show up with a different energy, and clients can feel that shift. So before you start blaming the market, the economy for why you're stuck at low rates, it's really important to check your beliefs first, because the way that you feel about your pricing is 100% shaping the kind of clients you're getting. So how do we fix this? Because I know some of you are sitting there like, fuck, that is me to a T. You can change this, and here is how. Step 1 is you have to shift your thoughts around money. You have to start believing something different. This takes practice. It's not going to happen in one single day. So you want to start paying attention to the garbage running through your brain about pricing, because the way that you think about money right now is keeping you and your bank account small. So you want to ask yourself, if I truly believed high-paying clients existed, how would I act differently? Would you still discount? Would you still panic when you send quotes? So you want to replace the belief of I can't charge that much with the thought of there are brands who will pay top dollar for photography. Why shouldn't I be one of the people they hire? Stop assuming people can't afford you. I see this happen a lot with many photographers, beginner and seasoned. They assume things about their client before they even know what their budget or their financial situation is. You have to let your client decide whether or not they can afford you. That is not your job. So step 2, you have to then act like the photographer that you want to be. If you want to be a premium photographer and attract premium clients, you have to start carrying yourself like one. So this means confident in your pricing, convicted. Say your rates like it's a fact. No nervous energy, no, but I can be flexible here. We're not flexible. This is your rate and that's a fact. Clear communication. Stop over-explaining. Stop apologizing for things. Stop trying to justify why you charge what you charge. And you also want to have professional boundaries in place. So no more quick favors or saying yes to bad deals just to be nice or because the brand asked you to help them out, because we have all heard that one before. You've probably heard brands say, oh, but there'll be more work in the future. I can tell you right now, there's not more work in the future. They're just looking for a discount right now. Brands who have higher budgets are looking for photographers who show up like the professional, not hobbyists who are begging for work. If you act like the bargain option, you will be the bargain option. And step 3 is stop fear-based pricing. Look, if your pricing is based on fear of losing the client, fear of rejection, fear of being too expensive, congratulations, you've already lost. Because fear-based pricing will always keep you small. It will always keep you hustling for crumbs instead of building a profitable business. You have to stop dropping your price just because a client asked you to. If you need to meet a certain budget, lower the deliverables to match the price. And you have to stop saying yes to shitty rates just because you're scared of not booking anything. This is how we fall into a scarcity mindset, and this is a cycle that will keep you broke. So you have to start thinking and showing up like you're a business owner, not a photographer. Premium brands are not just looking for pretty photos. They are wanting strategy. They're wanting high converting visuals, and you'll want your prices to reflect that. You also want to start to set minimum project rates and stop taking on low paying jobs out of desperation. Because the second that you say, I don't take on projects under X amount, you start to filter out the time wasters and the low ballers. Implementing a project minimum was actually a key thing that I did in my own business when I was transitioning from volume, low budget projects to 5K plus projects. I decided that I was not available for anything under $2,000. And even in our business today, we have a project minimum that we just do not take on any project for less than a certain amount. Because if we only took on projects of like $2,000 all the time, we don't have the time nor energy to go and chase the larger projects of 10 to 20K because we're so busy working with those lower budget projects that aren't profitable for our business anymore. So I have a challenge for you. The next time that you send a quote, I want you to add on $200 to that quote. For some of you, that's gonna feel like a lot. For others, you might be thinking, yeah, okay, I can swing that. But the point of this exercise is to stretch you outside of your comfort zone. And if it feels uncomfortable, I want you to identify the thought pattern behind it. Why do you feel uncomfortable adding on an extra $200? This is how we become aware of our limiting beliefs. And you know what? If $200 doesn't even feel like a stretch to you, make it $500. The point is to put you in discomfort. Give that a go, come back, tell me what thoughts come up for you in the comments. Now, if you are someone who struggles with how to price your work, calculating licensing, then you're going to want to watch the pricing module inside Become a Brand Photographer, because it will change your freaking life. And what you learn in that module will make you more money. So I will link that below if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope that this video has got you thinking about other reasons for why you might be attracting low budget clients. If you're still someone who is blaming the economy, the market, the industry is too saturated, therefore I have to charge less, this is a victim mentality mindset, and it's time to snap out of it. Because when you actually start to own your results and you take responsibility for your success, that is when things actually start to shift.